Uh, live scream. I could scream sometimes. I sent a cheeky note downstairs to say, how about an espresso? We'll see what happens with that one.
Make it two.
Yeah.
Just by thinking about it.
Right. Let's get going. So, is my picture up somewhere as well? Yeah, it is. Yeah. So, hi guys. I blame Simon, Neil, Terry, Brian for keeping me missing my lunch and missing a coffee, but I should stop talking as well, shouldn't I, so much? Right, let's get going. I've not done the levels um, for the Dow, so we need to do those. One good thing here is while our targets that we hit this morning, uh, we've done really, really well. We've got 3 of the gold bots in. I've just smacked the full target. And when we come up here, what was it talking? Was it Simon? Yeah, it was Simon, I think, wasn't it? It come within 0.8 of a pip, then smashed it, then hit the targets. All the gold robots are in, all stopped at entry. We can't do anything but I'm gonna open it. Oh, is that me echoing? Right, so it just about going up to target now. We best right. So I'll just turn the ding dong bell off with all the guys coming into the room. We're in a second. Clear, clear, clear. Play join-in sound. Get rid of join-in sound. Right. Okay. So we can let's get going. Let's where's the edge today? What have I done with the edge? Where's my edge? Oh, I can hear the lift. I think I'm getting a coffee. I'll pay for this later though, won't I? Where's the daily edge gone? Flipping heck. I think I've switched it off. Not switched it off, but deleted it. I was doing a USA American edge as well. But again, run out of time. Let's get the 26th open preview. Open with preview daily edge. Make sure that is today's. Bonk. Yeah, eventually, right. Okay, so daily edge. Cash markets were definitely risk off today. We were trade the gap this morning. Well, sorry, I'll stop running ahead. Is that someone coming to the office? Am I going to get a cup of coffee here? I don't know. We'll see. So the highlight, yes, it is. Yeah, I can't get out my seat. Oh, I've got cake as well. Oh, that can't be bad. Thank you very much. Oh, that's lovely. That look at that. Don't know if you can see that. Espresso with a carrot cake as well. So I'll be able
You're
to spread
spoilt.
carrot. I know. I bet spill carrot cake over here.
Yeah, you're being well looked after there, Steve.
All right, right, okay. Daily Edge for the guys on watching from YouTube, if they are, I can't see because the screens other screens are blocked. This gives us we use this every single day in our trading. I'll go very quickly because we've only got 10 minutes before the market opens. And this gives a highlight of what's happened over the past 24 hours. If you want to read a little bit more, we've got hyperlinks to read a little bit more on everything. And then significant economic events that might well be happening today. Economic calendar, further research, and you can jump in, hit these links. And then the very interesting thing is, what are the high probability trades for today? FTSE, we said the FTSE today, we're going to go for the gap, and then we're going to look for a high target of 92.40. Very, very quickly switch through that. FTSE. Right, so right, so we were looking at, we've got some puts into for this to come off later. What I would say, guys, is I would look at shorting this. Definitely, we've put in new highs this week above the 4-hour and 1-hour areas, and it's too late to be putting a put on now. We've got a puts on this morning. We're looking for this market to come off. Just as a heads up, guys, looking at this price action, I'm definitely coming on before 4 o'clock because this market is coming off. So I will be. We're going to finish here about 3:15. We'll be back online, let's say 10 to 4, and then we'll hammer this one into the close. I think we can get a lot of repeats out of this one. We hit the closing gap from yesterday. Here, I'm going to put a 1% trade on now with a, I'm just looking at R3 there, just quickly, very, very fast. I know it's afternoon session, but 25 pips, guys. Smash your 1% trade at 25 pips. This is, guys, for the room, in my trading room. But if you follow on YouTube and you want to trade with me as well, then the FTSE is highly likely to come off this afternoon. And I'll talk of that a bit later. So smash the target, get in before I do, bang. And we'll hit that target now. So we're into the FTSE. We've got our stop above the wall, R3, and we'll be looking for the, I don't know how far we're going to come down. We'll look for at least round about the close there. So we're looking for at least over 2% trade. So I just wanted to have a look at that. What we did, just a reminder, it was 92,213. Look for a risk reward. We come all the way down to the bottom. We closed the gap this morning down here, and then traded the market up and hit the target 92.40. And we look for reversals around there this morning. And we did put some reversals in there this morning with a stop just over the high. We did get stopped out, but we're going back in again because this market will come off. We're right near the EOQ, end of quarter, which is one of the 4 best times to trade any market, indices market especially, indices especially. And it is a triple witching end of quarter where everything gets shut off, profits are taken, things are rebalanced. And that is Tuesday next week. So if you're hesitating about coming into the room, it would be useful for you and probably very enlightening if you just come in and get a monthly access, which is on the website, to come in and experience the Australian sell-off in the morning, the sell-off on the FTSE, the sell-off on the Dow, and the bounce on the DAX. Absolutely, those days, normally between 5 and 10% for the day, they are that good. And we're trading all of the events live throughout the day. So not live on YouTube, but live. Actually, we do stream YouTube in the morning, don't we? On the so you can see the results of the ASX on the morning live stream. It'll be all finished by then. But there we go. So we've already hit all the targets on the FTSE. S&P, we're going to look at the S&P. Gold, we've just smashed gold. And we'll look at gold a little bit later. That's already hit everything. We're looking for USD Swiss, and we're looking for that to come off a little bit later. I'll just have a look, see if we've got USD Swiss up. Any positions we've got? Yeah, we're in USD Swiss coming down, so we can have a little look at that as well. Right. Gonna have to do this pretty sharpish. I did the long trade on the futures market, the US 500. We did say we want to close the gap on the US 500 and our target for the day with 66.32, which is C-ball. This is what we forecast at 7 o'clock this morning. So if you've got your daily edge, you'd have the edge, you'd be looking. So we're looking at the market to hit the gap. We're going to hit the gap today. We're going to close that gap today. And then we'll look at, we had a target of 66.32. 66.32. Boom, that target got hit. So very good indeed. So what we're going to do here, we're under C ball. What we're going to do, we've got 4 minutes to go. I'm going to have to do this very, very quickly, guys. We are looking for a 1-to-1 risk reward as an absolute minimum. We've got a nice bar here. Let's get down from the daily high, 18. Can we get 18 and 80? No, we can't. 14. Let's get into 5 minutes to see if we've got any fractal. Yeah, we've got fractal structure. So what we're going to do here, we're going to trade a break of the fractal structure, which is already breaking. So I would say go for 15 and 15 now. If you can beat me to the trade, then please do a 15 and a 15 pip stop, 15 pip target into that close. And it's just a little bit higher than the close. So we can bring this down now for a little bit better than a 1-to-1 trade. Now that's very, very fast. I'm going to try and do the Dow. I've been talking too much and I've missed doing the Dow. So we're looking for the Dow. We're going to put the cash pivots in because we got to use the cash pivots. And the daily height 6714. No, I've not done the pivots. So, right. If I can't get this all typed in time, we'll have to drop the Dow and go and watch the. If you've got your pivots, guys, down, and if the stop, this is for guys in the room. Make sure you're at least 57 pips away, ideally 114 away from the close on the Dow, and smash that button now. That will be the trade. 17. The close is, so I'm running behind a little bit today. 947.32. Previous highs 46, 46, 453.07, and the previous low. Absolutely critical if you're trading indices that you understand exactly where all the pivots are. All the professional guys use these. If you don't see anybody using them, they're not a professional trader. Right, Camarilla breakout long. So we're on a Camarilla breakout long. So we want to take advantage of a drop below C-ball. So we've got less than 1 minute to go. What I'm looking for is a drop below C-ball, Camarilla breakout long, into that close. Probably go for that daily pivot actually, 177, 100 pips and 177 guys. 100 pip stop, 177 target, or a 1-to-1, whichever comes first. We're going to go under C-ball. Camarilla breakout long. Use a break of C-ball. Zoom out a little bit so we can see the landscape. So landscape previous highs are, this is where the baby blues are, this area here. We could actually turn that red because that is an area here that is a resistance. That's a bit bald in your eyes, isn't it? So we're looking for a gap close. There we are, market has opened. We've been triggered in instantly. Stops are above previous highs. Just look at my other screens. US 500, we're looking for that drop as well. I've just put some alerts because I'm going to be flicking around here to make sure everything's moving okay. So we're roughly there, roughly 1% here before the actual gap. Now, the Dow does fluctuate quite alarmingly as far as pips are concerned. But so for the daily edge, I have a daily edge at the moment, £10 per month. Gives you, we've been running it now for 3 months and we've lost overall on daily edge, we've lost 1 day in 3 months. Probably if you're a trader, it's worth getting And as of next week, we're going to do 2 daily edges. So the daily edge was originally put together to help my trading group, my live guys, to trade, give them some direction, use artificial intelligence to gather information from a economic, political perspective. Then I put all the technicals on to focus on some real high probability trades that we expect to happen for the day. And then I thought it'd be better for help it for a wider audience. But what we're going to do from next week, which is effectively next month, is we're going to have a daily edge that focuses on the Northern European market and another daily edge that'll focus on the American market. So depending which markets you trade, the focus is going to be really on those. So we try to do 1% plus a day in the markets. And what we're going to focus on from next week is going to be the DAX, the FTSE, and gold as 3 cores on the Northern European market every morning. And we do particularly well on those anyway. So that's what we're going to do. And AN other, if it's a super high probability trade. And then the American view will be the Dow, the Nasdaq, the S&P, and gold again. So it'll be 4 in the afternoon. So there'll be 2 daily edges. You can get a Northern European one and an American one, a Northern American open one. That'll be next week. But the edges for the room to focus on traders, help traders, real traders trade. And it's not there just for a bit of a read. It's there as a tool. Let's go and have a look at gold now. Right. Gold, all the bots are on stop to entry, so nothing can be lost. If these click off coming back, then we will win losing. If that's an expression, all the bots are long, and all the bots have reserves on them. So if we get stopped out by the market breathing back down, we've already hit the target for the day. We've already cashed out, and the bots have already traded this morning. What have we got? Just looking at history. Yeah, gold. We tapped out on gold on the 3% trade at 207, and then a full 1-to-1 at another 2% on gold at 1408, and then we had gold stop to entry again at 1334, and again at 1340, and then we've had gold. We had silver for a full 1%, gold for a stop to even, gold for stop to even, and 3-4 stop to evens on gold. And we just had another one live there. So we've probably made 5% on gold today, so that's quite good. And what I'd like to do, if we can live here, if we can pick a 15-minute bar on gold and trade that, see if we can get our second target for the day. We've hit all our targets for the day, so if you're in the room, don't feel obliged to follow me and trade, guys. If your pockets are full of rupees, keep it that way. And for the guys in the bot room that we left a few minutes ago before coming live, I found the ASX 200 auto bots, so I'll tweak those over the weekend, and I'll let you have those bots so they can start at 2 a.m. UK while you're in bed and start trading for you. And then when we join the market at quarter to 6, we can take over and manually trade. Leave the bots on as well if you want, because they'll automatically switch themselves off anyway. So, right, we're in a wee bit of a pullback. And we do expect that, because this was a target. Just turn the trades off on gold. This was a target just coming up into the previous highs here, and we expect the market to relax and come back somewhat. But I do expect miracle market to be buying into this. And let's have a quick look here on balance volume. We've got participants quite flat, on balance volume slightly low, but you can see the market's trying to resist and come back up. There we go. You can see there on the Icon candle. We're starting to pull up there. So we might get a 15-minute bar here live to trade in the market. I do get some interesting comments on YouTube where, oh, nice hindsight video there. We don't do anything in hindsight. The only thing that is hindsight is a video that you watch because it's a recorded live session or it's a recording of me showing people how to trade. So if we can get one live, that'd be quite nice. Although if you look at the last live stream that is recorded, that shows as Muller in the market on gold as well. So we're in the market on 4 bots. We've got the 15-minute max gain, 15-minute max win, 2.2. And so in the room, guys, have you got your are the 5 minutes triggered and the 15?
I have my 5 minutes on.
You don't have your 15 on, Paul?
Oh no, sorry, beg your pardon. I meant the 15s. The 2 15s are running.
Right. Okay. And you haven't got the 2 5s running?
No, it took
Okay.
profit before, but it was stopped. I haven't been able to start it again.
Ah, right. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. Let's put this alert off. It's been verified alert anyway. We'll put some more on. Let's get the. Ideally, yeah. Nobody wants to win just a couple of quid. But ideally, the market will pull back so we can get another nice phase wave going up. But if the market continues going up, then we'll just follow it. The bots certainly will. I just want to get a manual trade. If we can get a manual trade on here. I know we're a little bit cluttered and it looks a little bit busy, but it is where it is. I would like to try and get live our 3770 as the next trade up if we can, but if we can't, then we just can't, can we? So, silver was the other one I wanted to talk about. Silver. Right, okay, well, these are the thresholds to trade through that we've traded through. Anyone in the room been trading? That was yesterday's target. I didn't put today's target, so the targets are the daily top here, then 2 more bands that I see the market moving to, and the last one, the first one's a BRN, big round number, which is 5,000. So you come out at 4,499, and the next one is 4,6, coming up for the new highs here. And if you look, we've got all-time record highs just under 5,000 there. So I do expect to see silver rocket, and the next target would be 4,600. I think I'd like a pullback on that because it took quite a lot of money out of silver. So it's going to put an alert down to this confluence and see if we can get back in silver. We can't get back in silver. Doesn't matter. We've already made our money. We've just been stopped out on Wall Street and the US 500. So let's go and have a look at that price action. These are gap trades that we do every day. And if they lose, then the first time around they lose, we then have to go back and have a look and try and see why they did that, and see if another gap trade is worth having a look. So you can see the market came down below the daily lows. We got triggered in, headed up down towards the close, but we've got buyers now. We do have what we call in the room from a famous trader we had in our room called Mickey, and we used to call him Mickey Long because he could never go short. He always used to buy the S&P, and having said that, he does particularly well. And yeah, so if you've done any trades today, it'd be quite interesting. Write in the comments, see what you've done, see what assets people are trading on YouTube. Be quite interesting. So the targets have already been hit this morning, and it would have been nice to have done that target live, but it got hit at 1:30. And then I was thinking it might be the perfect storm, like the FTSE. The FTSE come screaming all the way down to the close, took the profits, turned around and went screaming all the way to the top and hit the target on that. But today, the S&P has gone all the way to C-ball. C-ball, people aren't aware, it's Camarilla breakout long. I don't know why I keep getting the sign on YouTube. Something has gone wrong. And it's a chimp with a hammer in his hand. I'll just refresh the screen, see if he's still there. Good old YouTube. I'm sure YouTube got it in for me. If you have a look there, can you see? Something went wrong, so I can't see anybody in there. I have to have a look at it. Look at a different screen. YouTube has the inability to get the software working properly for me. I don't know why. Something always seems to go wrong, and I can't see anybody. But there we go. So apologies if I can't type anything in. It won't let me. Can I refresh the screen again? Open the screen up again. Will that? Nope, still something's gone wrong. God knows where it is. It's not telling me. No idea. Right, so one thing I did say on the alerts, the reason I'm quite chilled about this is because if we are going to go to the top side and Camarilla breakout long, there, then it will move on. It will close that gap at 66.37, which is a gap from the 24th of September. And it's done exactly what we think it's going to do on the CAM. Now, while the market's trading above Camarilla breakout long, which is a Camarilla R4 pivot, we call it C-ball, Camarilla breakout long, the market is bullish, very, very bullish. Now, the trend is up, and we define the trend by the 200 EMAs, you know, but that's the trend. The price action is defined by, or we define it in the room, with the 9 EMA. And both the bull trend, both the trend from 15 minutes all the way to a day is bull trend. The price action is bullish as well. And we're on, and are trading above Camarilla breakout long. Which means we're on a breakaway. So let's just zoom out. So the market is going for a rara on a Friday. Now, this would not in the slightest surprise me. One thing you got to watch out for, no, always in the back of your mind, it is a Friday. Nobody wants to hold profits on a Friday. Institutions might well be trying to pump the market up to then drop everyone, leave them in the shirt vest. So we are not going to follow the market up. I couldn't see this market going much further than 66.40 or thereabouts, because that was the closing gap. That's a target we had. When did I have that target? Must have had that target wasn't last week. When was that? Must have been, yeah, it was Monday. When that target was hit. Let's get rid of that. Since then, the market's dropped off for 3 days. Now, we do have a hole in the market. These gaps are holes. These are holes. These are areas that have not been traded in cash. So what we really want to do, ideally, is to wait for this to drop under Camarilla breakout long and short that down to that close. That would be the perfect storm. What people are trying to do, what happens, not people, institutions and big traders, they're going to try and artificially push this up into a Friday afternoon. It's Friday morning on the US Open, of course, but artificially push this up, then drop it into Friday for the weekend. It might be an early trade for EOQ, end of quarter, which is Tuesday. So one thing you've got to be very wary of is the way these markets can quite often be manipulated. I can't see that the economic news is going to make a real Scooby-Doo of much of a difference. Just looking over now for the results on personal spending and PCE, it's flat. It's never going to set the world alight. We've got the Michigan consumer spending index. That's out there. That one might have a bit of an effect, but I can't really see. We've got Trump with his second wave tariffs on pharma, haven't we? And that's causing the market to certainly to wobble. But I think phase one brought in 88 trillion. So I'll be looking to bolster the market. I'm only interested in trading short here under Camarilla breakout long. This could well be short-lived, and we got stopped out on this first trade. I think what I'm going to do is put an alert there. This may take for the rest of the day to sell off, but be reasonably happy about the market selling off later, especially the FTSE coming down to around about 4 o'clock, dropping off as it usually does at the end of the month on a Friday. It's not quite the end of the month, but that might be close enough. Let's just have a little measurement here so we can just set things ready. When the market does come, we're just gonna, as we call it in the room, walking the dog. We're gonna look under this under C ball and under this flat bottom and see how far we got there for. That's 24 pips. ATR today is, what's the ATR today? Average true range. Let's just have a quick look. I can't find my calendar. My average true range 6 pips, so 16 pips. A 30% reversal is highly unlikely. So we're going to put a 16-point stop on here once it's broken structure. I can get that to work. Come on. There we go. And we'll be looking for the market from under here to come all the way down to the close. So 24 pips. So we're looking to get our money back and a little bit more. Put some alerts in just to check. So we're going to put a stop sell order in there into the close. So that'll do the job. 66.28 and 3/4 will be fine. We've got an alert anyway to tell us what's going on. And I would imagine the Dow is probably on a rocket, is it? Absolutely rocketing through, yes. It's mild. We kind of opened up. Well, right on. Let's get into 5 minutes. We opened up right on C-ball, and the market decided it's on a breakaway. These pivots are absolutely vital to day traders. If you are trading an index, any of the American indexes, any index whatsoever, if you are not using pivots, then you're absolutely flying blind. And one thing, if you're following anyone on YouTube and they're trading the index, you don't see them with pivots on the screen, then walk on by and turn the screen off because they don't know what they're doing. You've got to understand where the major pivot points are in the market, because the big institutions that move the market use these pivots day in, day out. As you can see here, this pivot didn't quite broken, come down to the daily high, Camarilla breakout long, money come in the market, when it was overbought anyway and just went up anyway. So it's always a risk. The gap ideally wants to be closed from under C-ball. We tried under C-ball for it to drop. If it's going to close, it will close very, very quickly. And now, again, we just want to play a waiting game because we've made enough money this morning on the other trades that we've done, including Mullering Gold, to absorb those two stops easy and still make 3% plus. So we're not in any rush. Got to be patient, wait for the trade to set up. Certainly do not chase a trade. Right. These are forecasts, the forecast bands of where the market might go. Get rid of those. But you can see on a 4-hour view, the market certainly set off with quite a bit of stealth. If the market comes all the way up to R3 or all the way up here, that's going to be a lot of profit on the table. Well, actually, no, it isn't, is it? From Tuesday, where are we Tuesday? So we're kind of, the market's breaking even from where it started on the Dow on Tuesday. So people might be calling it a day and getting out of the Dow at a break-even level for the week. So again, it's one thing we need to watch out for and observe. As a day trader, understand where the bigger time frames, what people might actually be doing. And I'm going to put an alert. I'm going to put alert back under that resistance that got blown out. And we really do want to trade under camera the breakout long to finish off that gap trade. All right. Why are people sending me messages in Slack when we're live? No idea. I'll turn Slack off so I can't see it. If anyone's actually live and sending Slack messages, please shout them out in the room because I won't be reading any Slack messages while we're actually trading. It might be someone that's not in the room, that's all. It's just sending a heads up. So S&P, Dow, let's go back down a bit. So we'll go into gold. Right, gold smashed the second target now, and we didn't get it. So there is the impulsive move there on 15 minutes. Unfortunately, we didn't get into that, didn't have the opportunity. But there again, we didn't need to. And 1, 2, 3. So another bot is right now the bots are still going. One of the bots got done for a stop to entry when the market just pushed down a little bit. So the bots are in all making a few rupees. I'm reminded now. This is for the room guys. This is the max gain. Well, max gain. One of these bots turn off. What I mean by that, to move the stops. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into the IG. I'm looking at, because what I want to do, we've hit targets anyway now. I would like to take some of that cash rather than let the bot go to its full amount, because I've got 6% at risk there. No, we've got nothing at risk because it's all stop to entry. But I want to take some cash there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just move the stop, and that will make one of the bots do a red X. All right, that's it. And that one there, can you see that one there? It's gone red. So what I want to do here, do I want to take all that money? Yeah, I'm going to take the full cash on that bot there, just for the room. Why isn't it switching off? IG is not allowing me to, oh, it's gone now. It just took a while. And what I'm going to do is move the stop in this second one here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that second one and I'm going to turn it into a live trade again. So take the automation off that. So automation is off that, this one, and the stop was being brought up. I'm now going to move the stop up higher to make sure that we're locking in more profits. If the market does return off this high here, it decides to, you know, it's gone up, it's come down. All right, if the market decides to come further down, then we'll get stopped with some more profit. So quite happy about that. No one's ever gone broke taking profit off a table, so that's absolutely fine. Let's just look at the 5-minute price action. It should be bullish. I might actually, we could move our stops under the fractal. So if you then put your, this is for the room guys, not for YouTube, because YouTube guys haven't got any of this. Shutter frackers, we'll put our stop under that fractal and we'll follow that fractal up. That's it, that'll be much better. Following that fractal up. And as the market moves up further, if indeed it does, then we'll have something like that. There is a fractal breakout on the 5-minute there to be had if people want to trade that. I guess if we're trading on YouTube live, we should just do some live trading there, not show fait accompli. So 9.2 plus 3, 9.5 plus 3, 9.8. What's our next target? Oh, 9.8. Have we got 9.8 to the next resistance? Yeah, I think we have there, haven't we? $9.8 on that fractal breakout. You could round it, could do it 10. We've got 10, an easy 10 there for a 5-minute fractal break. Drop it into 5 minutes. There's the fractal. We're right on it now, so I'll smash it. There's a fractal breakout there. And then we're in again. So it's that trade there. And there's a fractal there. So I'm taking that there. Right. What else? I've kept my December futures contracts on. They're absolutely mashing it now. Again. Our futures December. Where's it gone? Where's gold? Oh, yeah, there we are. So there are 26 points up. It's all the way down here. 26 points up. So that's doing really well on gold as well. So a quick look at silver. We're waiting for that to pull back. It didn't really pull back, did it? Is anyone trading? I guess Terry's not in. Terry's took his money and gone home, I think. We've got our next resistance, so the BRN at 4,600. We do have a 5-minute fracker there. You could take a 5-minute fractal there if you want to. That is absolutely valid. 35 pips. You've got 35 and 35. There's headroom to go there. So I'm going to take this. As again, you've got to be non-emotional. You've got to have a strategy you believe in. It's got to be non-emotional, and you just take it because we know we win a lot more often than not. So we're going to take that fractal break there. Trades in, and we're going to take that. So there we go. Boom. So there's another 1% on silver set up to trade. Right. Quickly back to gold before we reverse back out and go back down the ladder to the other things. So let's go back to gold. We're breaking out on gold, and we're in the money again on gold. So there's another fractal setting up just here. I'll show you. A fractal will draw here. I'll leave it in so you can see. Rather than me flick across everything, I'm trying to do multiple markets all at once to try and help people, because not everyone trades the same thing. So, and then USD Swiss is a very interesting trade, I think, because it's come right up to a 4-hour channel, and it deserves to fall over, I think, on a Friday. So we've got 2 minutes to go here. You can see here a little indication. Can I make that bigger? Point size, display the change. That's not, it's just displaying the change. Where is it? Display countdown bar. There we are. You can see it there clearly now. 2 minutes to go. That will draw a fractal there. I think if we hit the 377, I'm going to take one of the 15 minutes out, guys. This is just for the info for the room. We'll take that. Where is it? Which one? It's this one, isn't it? Yeah. Is it? This one. I'm going to move that stop up a little bit more, Make sure if we lose, we get a big chunk, and if we win, we get a bigger chunk. So we're going to pull that down into here, right on that nose. And that's our next target for the day. And really, that's the end of the day trading. Really, that's as far as I could see this morning where the market will actually go. So if we get a retrace, we're going to get quite a few rupees. That'd be nice. We're in now for a 2% trade on a 1010, which is up here. But if we can take some money while we're going up, then that would be great. This is the version 2.2. So normally this particular one, where are we? Yeah, it's not there. Where is it? Doesn't matter. 2.2. Yeah, 2.2. 2.2, I mean 2.3, this one. It normally should come out at 9 pips. That's where it's programmed for, but I just extended it to try and be greedy and get some more money out of the market. So I'm going to turn that one off as, there we are. We smacked our next target so that we're out there, and our live trade that we did with a 5-minute fracker. What we're going to do now is we're going to manage our risk very carefully. We're going to move a stop to entry now. It's a 10 pip target with 7 pips up. We can afford to stop to entry and see if the market will push up just that bit further. The other bot that we've got on, which it entered at 757, 757, 757. I'm going to turn that into a manual trade as well. There you are, it's now a manual trade. And I'm going to move that stop up. Collect. Oh, I'm using a resistance bar then. Going to move that up a bit more into here as a collective there. So if we lose, we win. If we lose, we win. So we can't lose any more money. All we can do is keep making it, which is not a bad position to be in. So targets have been whacked for the day. While we're looking at this, I've made some predictions in in the market where gold is actually going to go. I think we've written these down. Let's just turn these off a minute so you can see clearly.
Alert triggered.
I've got the gold market going between 4,000 and 4,001, and I have a prediction number here of looking at the way the market and the impulsive moves that go. I'm looking at 4,020 on the 15th of October. So it'll be quite interesting to see if I get it right. And it's just for a little bit of fun, but I see the market going up by the end of the year, between 4,000 and 4,001. Looking at the structure of the market and the impulsive Fibonacci wave impulses, that is the next large swing impulsive move from down here, 4,023. So we'll see how we go with that one. But you know, it's good to practice your Fibonacci skills and hone the skills of it, sharpen the saw. So there's that fractal there. If you're using TradingView or Pro Real Time, you don't have fractals, you can't find them. It's because I made them, I coded them. You can get the fractals off my website, and you can get the pivots off my website as well. I mentioned 15-minute bars, and if you've not traded 15-minute bars before, there's a free guide on my website also. And on many of my videos, there's links in the description to get hold of the free 15-minute bar info and lots of other free stuff as well. Can I pull it up here? Will I drag that up? Website. Dunk. There's the website. All right, this is if you want to trade the EOQ and see how it's all done as a tester. It's very cheap, 150 quid for the month, and that it's one of the biggest trading months of the year, and you'll be able to cover it with that. News, so there's the Daily Edge. We've had about 29 5-star reviews on that. It's only £2.50 a week. Madness. There's going to be a Daily Edge for Northern Europe and a Daily Edge for America moving forward. And then there's a fractal indicators for TV. On balance volume, that's a forward-looking indicator for TradingView and one for Pro Real Time. Fractals as well, fractal breakouts, and then cash pivots. But then there's some free stuff here to be had. How to trade the markets using 15-minute bar entry. It's a guide that's been received very well, and I've had over 500 downloads on that. Reason why traders fail. This is statistics of 100,000 traders and 30 million closed trades from a broker in the UK. Absolute stats. 64% of all traders pick the right direction, and most of them fail because they take profits early. And well, have a read at that, and it will tell you. Risk management. How to stop blowing your account up by using simple stats and ways to trade. And then the most important problem
Alert triggered.
that there is you. And that's the thing that most people don't want to deal with, which is emotional intelligence in trading. You are the problem generally, and this is how to fix you. So I'll get off that, and let's put the trip. Oh. Right, okay. While I've been talking, we've hit profits. So, well done, everyone. Oh no, we have. No, we haven't. No, we have not. The trades are still on. There it is. Oh no, they're not. Well done. While I'm waffling, the good thing is while I'm waffling, the trades are still going on. So that last trade that we did was a 10-10. It just closed out at 15.08. And then boom, there's another 2%. So there, that's 2% live. You saw me set it up. You saw the execution. You saw the fractals. How powerful fractal trading actually is. And that's a good demonstration. All the trades that we do are traded every single day anyway. And it's just proof that the systems that we've got, the strategies that we use just work. Right. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I did say we'd look at USD Swissy, and we had an alert as well. So the alert is either the Dow or the S&P. So let's just have a look at the Dow. Right. Yeah, it's punched down. So we're looking for a Dow trade now. And again, we will finish this bugger off. Excuse my French. Shouldn't 160. We'll do it 170 with a impulsive move. Or I'm just looking at the chart. 114 is 30% ATR. We did 100 before, didn't we? But this should not move. Once it's coming down, this should not readdress more than an ATR move, which is 57. So we'll call it 60 pip stop. If this thing will select, my mouse action is not brilliant. 60 pip stop. And we're going to put this under here. Right at the C ball, 170, I think. 170. So if we get this, then what we'll do, we'll not only get our money back, we'll get a nice wedge on top of that as well. So we're looking for just under 3%. And that will do the job. In at 46,126 area, and we're looking for that impulsive move to come down. So we'll look at the S&P, see what's happening with the S&P. Right, S&P has dropped now below Camarilla breakout long. Observations, lovely flat bottom bars, flat tops, which means, is what I mean by that. When you get a Heikin-Ashi candle with a flat bottom, means the market has accepted that as the highest price possible and come immediately down. Then a wee bit of rejection. These are all about, this is all action, which is normal and usually is a combination of people doing swing trades and pivot trading. So you see the market come down to 2-day low, off a pivot, bounce. Market's come up here, and now it's going down. It's now testing the daily high. And if that lets go, then there's really nothing else as far as a pivot is concerned to stop the market coming all the way down and hitting the close. And that would be very nice indeed if we can get that one. That is we lost 1% on that, and now we're aiming for 1.5%. So we're looking for get all our money back plus another 0.5% in the bag on that one. Right, I did say we would, what else would I say we look at? We'd said we'd look at silver. We have traded silver, so I'll just put silver up on this chart. See where we're going with silver, which again was a fractal breakaway. So we're trading silver on a fractal breakaway, and we're near no loss, no gain, hardly there. And the other one, it was on Forex. I'm going to show you before I go. USD Swiss. So we're in there a couple of times from this morning, and if we zoom right out, this we've been giving this a bit of pain for quite a while actually. Market coming down. It's just the market that keeps giving all of a nice impulsive move back. So if we go into the 4 hour, there's a very clear trend there. Market's harshly rejecting in here. And I did do a commentary on that this morning. On the daily edge. Where are we? Daily edge. Oh yeah, there we are. One sell recommendation. Nothing triggered yesterday. So these are the sells. The market's absolutely coming down. It's had repeatedly rejected at the top of the channel on August, September, and September again. My view, the bias remains to the downside. And again, on the daily edge, there's a link to get the 15-minute bar thing. So if you haven't used the daily edge or seen the daily edge, you'll get it. Worth throwing 10 quid at it to get hold of it. See what you think. Not met nobody ever that's had it has had a bad word to say about it. Just works. But don't take my word for it. Go and have a look. Go and have a look at the things that we say on the recorded YouTube channels, and then see if it actually happened. You'll probably find it has. So quite happy to trade live and put money where our mouth is all the time. So what I'm looking for is this to sell off into the afternoon. So let's get back, and before I go, so we're moving down now. We're pushing up. We'll probably just keep on here, can't we? There's no harm in staying here. If anyone's got any questions, oh right, hi Kevin. I'm just going to the PC over here. I can't see anyone writing, you see. I've just spotted, I think, someone. Oh, heck, there's loads of people. Oh, hi, everyone. Sorry, I can't type anything in. Can I open up another channel? You can see what's happened here. Bloody stupid thing saying something's gone wrong. So I can't actually, can I type in here? I'll just refresh it again. Questions. Hiya, Pepe. Think Fizz, nice video. Thank you very much. Good video, very knowledgeable. All right, thank you very much. Yeah, great. I really appreciate comments.
Alert triggered.
Kevin, you were a user of the Edge. Starting next week, if you're interested, we're going to be focusing on the DAX as well. Every single day we'll be telling you exactly where the DAX might be going and the targets and everything. So I know Kevin is a big DAX trader, really enjoys the DAX. So that might be useful for you to give you, pardon the pun, well, there's no pardon the pun. That's why we call it the daily edge, to give you the edge in the market. Why won't this flipping well come up? Right, I'm just going to open up another so I can type in. I'll have to switch the volume off, or we'll get a double. We'll get an echo. Just opening on a different screen. My channel, YouTube channel. So we're pushing through that daily high. Everything takes a lot longer when you're actually clicking the buttons and waiting for channels to open. Right, let's have a look. So actually, one thing I did do, if people can comment, if people want to comment in the chat below, is what I have some HARKO profit indicators and a super trend pivot indicator as well. I've developed myself and works quite well. So what I was asking in the room, because I can use a different PC and stream that indicator live on maybe the DAX and maybe the FTSE, and have it streaming every morning separately on YouTube to give people a heads up and an opportunity to see where the potential buys and sells are absolutely live on YouTube.
Imagine being able to build an app with
Just
your name
turn
on
that
it.
volume off now because that's an advert coming up. Yeah, I mean, brilliant. Right. Yeah, thanks for the comments, guys. So maybe if anyone here, if you're just write in the comments below, if that is of interest, I'm quite happy to set up a separate area within my YouTube channel for data feeds, if you will don't know what to call it something like that. And what I can do is put my indicators that I've developed and have them on YouTube for, I don't know, market opens at 8 o'clock. I could stream it from just before 8 before I open up my own room, and then run that for the morning for the Northern European markets, so you can have a heads up of, you can see what's happening by Ganassi candles on a big screen. You can see all the actual pivots where the market might be moving to and from. You'll be able to see all my markups where I think the market's going to go from. If you have the daily edge, you'll be able to watch that. But you can watch the super trend pivot indicator and the profit indicator as well, how it's working. So if anyone's interested in being able to see that every day streamed, there'll be no commentary. I'll just leave that on a computer so people can just watch it and have an aid if that's useful. So if no one comments on YouTube, then I won't bother, because if no one's who's watching now, if no one's interested anyway, then it's of no use me doing it. So I'll keep an eye out on that. Have I got them on this particular live account? Indicators. There is a super trender, but it's not as good as my pivot super trender, which is very configurable. What did I call it? Can anyone remember what I actually called it? There's a super trend. No, it's not on this account. It's on the other account that we were trading on before. So no, I'll have to upload it onto here. I should, in hindsight, I should have demonstrated it really on here live for people. And the other one was the profit take. No, it's not on either. I have three accounts that we trade robots on, trade much larger accounts on leverage, demo accounts for proving algos, and then the live account here as well. No, I haven't got any of those on here. Right, doesn't look like people are interested on YouTube to see streamed indications. So that's absolutely fine. I won't bother doing that for them. But yeah, right. So 16 pips against the stop. We're kind of halfway there now, so we're gonna keep in risk in mind. We're going to put stop to entry. Can I load the ITF file? Just look while we're streaming here. I'll just have a look on the ITF file, see if I can just show you it live, what it looks like. Pivots. Is that it? I'm just gonna see if I can we're getting on our way now, guys. What you can do for the guys in the room, we've already made so much money anyway. If you see 16 on this, you can just pull the pot on that. That's 1%. If you want to break even on that one, what I think I'm going to do on mine is I'm just going to put that to 8 and 8, 16, locking 0.5% there. So the overall sequence on the two trades, first trade lost 1%, second trade's banking 0.5% guaranteed. Therefore, my risk profile in here is 0.5%. Or I can just do a bit better than break even if I wish, or I can be absolutely break even, be absolutely ruthless with my stop and say, right, if I lose, it's a 1% win. If I win at 1.5. So we'll let that run and see what happens. Whilst we're watching that, can I import an indicator? So we can watch that live as well as import an indicator. I think this is one of the indicators, I think. Oh, it's automatically already in. HARKO index. So we'll have to have a look if I called it something different. Come on, let's see, get yourself down. Yeah, we'll come on, just another little touchdown, just to give us that 1.5% would be nice. Just that little push. Come on. We're nearly there. We just need a few. Actually, it has come all the way down, but we've not. We've been done at the first impulsive move by the spread, haven't we? So the low was 604. We wanted 604.75, and it was 604.72. So quite happy with full 1%. This is where you've got to believe in what you do. Don't pull triggers. Don't snatch at profits. If you lose, you make 1%. If you win, you make 1.5%. Sometimes you just don't get the profit. You just don't get hit, and that's trading. That's all there is to it. So if we lose, we win 1%. If we go to full target, then we make a wee bit more. Let's see if I can get that indicator put on. I'll show you it. One of them anyway. Let's keep an eye on this. We either make 1% or we make 1.5%. Either way. There it is there. So this is, it gives you a heads up of, there we are, full, we've been stopped for a full 1% profit. The market's come, if the market comes within 3 pips, it's said, and then reverses, it's said to have filled the gap to the full. So at 1% there, break even Stevenson there rather than, it's a shame that we missed it by 0.1 of a pip. Now, if you want to really finish this off, you would want to get a wee pull back, wait for a 1 minute fractal, turn the frackers on. Here. Let's see if we can get a 1 minute fractal, and if you can get a nice impulsive 1 minute frac, there's a fractal for a breakaway. If the market comes up and gives us a new fractal here, we can give that a whack for 1%. So we can stop for 1%, and we hit another 1%, making that 2 rather than 1.5. Difference is you bank 1.5 the first time round. But anybody, I'm not going to ask you because I'm not going to ask in the live room who snatched the profits, but I can guarantee somebody did. I'm just looking at the room. Everyone's staying quiet.
I got it.
Breaking ranks. Good. Well, all right, Paul. Yeah. I knew one of you would have snatched it, but yeah, money's money. That's fine. Absolutely fine. There's another fractal here. If you that fractal might be setting up, it'd take 49 seconds for it to arrive, but there's an opportunity there to just give that a whack down. I don't think I'll bother. There is you need a like a 6 pip stop, and it's only 3 pips to do it. So on a risk reward basis, you wouldn't do it. Is the market going to come lower? Probably. That probably will hit full target, no problem. But I wanted to make sure on the scenario we had a break even. So here, let's get down. Let's say you trade on a 15-minute basis. This is one of the indicators that I've got. It says here you buy, so you buy there, and then you sell here. Let's tune this a bit better. So what you can do, you configure the periods. So the way to use this is to tune the time scale you trade in, which will be 15 minutes. So what this is measuring the motion of the index. So you can say, for instance, here, that's running a little bit late. Watch this here. If I turn it up or down, the markets will move and give you an earlier or later signal. And as you can see here, the way the markets are moving, it's really, you can't get any closer than 2 here. You can't get that bar. It's got that bar, but let's just have a look how that looks. So you're going long, so you're just choosing your longs here and your longs here and here and here, and the market's down at the moment, so it's not long. Let's go have a look at the Dow. Dow's starting to come down, so pivot risk. Got rid of C-ball. We've got rid of the daily high. We've got rid of R1, and we've got rid of the daily low. What's in the way? Well, the daily pivot's in the way because they are pivot traders. We know from experience in American markets that the market, the people are very keen to front run. So we've got to be careful of that. We've got a 60 pip stop with 40 pips there. That is fairly close to put a stop to entry, to be honest with you. We need it as an impulsive move away from that market, really. Do I trade with leverage? Right. So we're trading spread bets, and my leverage is 250 to 1 because I'm a professional trader with IG index. So you could say, yes, we do trade with leverage. Most people outside of the UK all people outside the UK can't use a spread account. You've got to use a CFD. So depending what access you have, $1, $5, $10, $20, $100 CFDs, then you can really ram the leverage up. But yeah, we get a 250 to 1 leverage on margin with the IG index. The worst leverage you get is, I think it's 30 to 1. And it goes from 30 to 1 to 250, depending what asset you're actually using. So if you want to get the money back on the Dow, then you need to see 60. There's all your money back on the Dow. So where on earth have I can't, where's the daily edge gone? I've got 3 big screens here with all sorts on it. The daily edge, click that, should shoot. Oh, there it is. I think it's 57. Is it 57, the ATR there? 57. So it's done an impulsive move, and it's already hit 60. So you could have took that out. So what we want to do now, what we do want to do, we don't want to lose any money. So we're going to move stop to entry. So we don't lose any money at all. Oh, right, yeah. In the American markets, yeah, you can't have spreads there. You're either futures or CFDs, and you only can do futures on the indices, I know. You can do CFDs on Forex. Can you do CFDs on commodities in America? I'm not sure whether you can or not. I don't know. I've not traded from America. Right. So we're just waiting for this ideally to come down. USD Swiss is coming down, Wall Street's coming down, silver's going up nicely. We're all out of gold because we've smashed the markets on gold again. Oh, from Holland, but I trade it on crypto. Right, okay. Yeah, I trade crypto on here, BTC, mainly BTC using bots. So you can use in Holland, you can use actually in Holland, you can use CFDs, but because you're Dutch, you will be able to get a Swiss account from IG, and you can do spreads on a Swiss account. Don't know if you knew that. But yeah. Okie dokie. So no one's interested in looking at the live stream indicators with the pivots and things on YouTube. So that saves me a bit of a job on I suppose I could do that on the American markets as well for an hour or two. Don't suppose it would harm. If people observe it for a while, but get used to seeing it, they might want to start trading it themselves, using that stuff themselves. Who the heck is... Oh, that a dozen H's. Hi, Stephen. Ha 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 ha. Oh, there's a name, isn't there? And Think Fizz, there's a good name as well. Nice video, thank you. Oh, I can't pronounce your name. You're the guy. There's the guy there, Rohit. Is it Rohit? Who's doing my thumbnails? Nice to see you online watching. Right, we've done a stop to entry on here again. So difficult to get this closed. We could probably now need to have a. So this is made again. Flipping thing made 1%, and we didn't take it. But let's drop into some frackers. We can finish it off with some frackers. So you can see that fractals there. I think we'll probably do this with some 2-minute frackers. Okay, it lends itself quite nicely to 2-minute frackers. You see a fractal break here, boom, come down 1 to 1, 1, another fractal break there, another fractal break there. We can take this fractal here on a, so when we fractal trading, we use the top of the fractal as a reversal for the stop. And at the moment, we do not know where the fractal stop is. We know where the fractal break is, and we also know the ATR is 57. So we don't know the stop, but we know the fractal movement. So let's just measure this. There's a fractal break here. The normal impulsive move is 57. That's more than the normal impulsive move. So we've got people buying a front run of this. So what we need to be able to see is somewhere between 114, let's get this right, and 57. Let's just check on a daily edge. Yeah, somewhere between that range, 57 and 114. So at the moment, I don't think I'd like to use 100. I think of the impulsive 60 on that break would have been probably okay. But let's quite keen to finish this thing off. So let's say 103 pips there. I think if this goes over 103, I'm not interested, and I want another one to nail that down. And if it does go up any higher, then I'd do the same trade again. Trade under camera breakout long, 60 pip stop, and get this to finish itself off, because I think it will. Spot silver's up 7 now, as good as well, and USD Swiss is coming down nicely. I think what I'm going to do here, I'm going to set this again, because we're breaking up on camera breakout long, so I'm going to set this trade yet again under here. This time I'm going to run it a little bit lower, so don't get tagged at 24. $46,124. And now when the market comes back, if the market goes up a lot higher, we've got to take a view on that. But we are getting, you can see the unbalanced volumes coming up. But we need to hit our sell before we hit our potential stop. Quick look at gold. I know we've been on for a long time today, normally off at 1:15, but it's been, while you're ripping money out of the market, there's no problem in, no use in stopping. Could do with gold coming back. Hang on a second. Nice. Okay. So gold is relentless. Sometimes you wish you'd gone for the long shot, don't you? But I can't complain. We've made a killing on gold. So I'm going to leave gold alone. Going to leave the what shall I do? I'm going to switch all my bots off just for the heads up in the room. A lot of the bots are switched off now, but I am going to put on and keep on the, let's have a look at which one. So we'll just check which ones are still on. Still running is USD Swiss, but that's trading short anyway. 2.2 is still on. So version 2.2. Modify this. So version 2.2 for the guys in the room. We were talking about this in the gold room this morning on the AI algo. Setting the time frame, this is for Neil, he's still in, back at 5 with a Fibonacci 21 EMA reversal and a stop to break even function of 5 and a 9.9. Oh, I think it was Neil left it, wasn't it? I can't remember now. But anyway, 5 minutes, 9.9, 5. And I'm leaving this one on, see if you can tear another new one for gold. Just in case it has a wee pullback and starts to go longer and longer, then we will we'll catch that. And that'll be pushing a new all-time record high. We're getting very close to that now. So I'm going to walk away, let the robots take all the load, because we've smashed that one. Wall Street has clicked in again, so a quick look at Wall Street before I actually go. Spot silver's going up, so that's good. USD Swissy, as we suspected, is flying down. Oh, I said I'd be on live, didn't I, to whack the FTSE down. So, in my room, is anyone interested in going live on the FTSE at 4 o'clock? No? Right, okay. That's really pushing it. Hit R3, hit the wall. and we expect this to come off. So I'll be trading this myself anyway live, and what I'm going to do, go and get a cup of coffee, and I'd say, well, yeah, thanks to everyone watching. Appreciate it. Hopefully it's been useful to everyone, and I'll see you again every Tuesday, every Friday. Going to get off so I can have a cup of coffee. I'll eat my carrot cake, and we'll be back on to smash that footsie down. All right, guys. See you. Well, won't see anyone. There's no. That's the problem, isn't it? When you make money, nobody wants to come back on and keep trading. But I'll be on my own. I'll be on my own.
Steve,
What?
hi. I'd like to do the footsie. I was trying to get on the talk, but the dog started barking.
Right, okay, no worries. Let me get a cup of coffee, and we'll use this same link again, and we'll get back on at about 5 to 4, and we'll smash this footsie down and make some money. For anyone else in the room watching, keep an eye on the room, keep an eye on the footsie. You will more than likely see it fall. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.